Hey guys, welcome to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Kelly Pally, and today we're taking another look at Red Hood, Jason Todd, for our Top 10 Red Hood Shocking Facts Part 2. We cover most of the bases the first time around, so make sure you check out that vid afterwards to catch up. So without any further hesitation, let's just jump right in. And at number 10 is other aliases. Now we've talked about Jason as the Red Hood, but what about the other aliases he's taken up over the years? During Countdown, Jason encounters Earth 51's Batman, who gives him the Red Robin costume. And the two work together because Batman's sad and violent about his own Robin from Earth 51. And in Battle for the Cowl, Jason donned a version of the Batsuit where he was heavily armed and wore the cowl that previously belonged to Batdevil, all while he was picking up the Batman alias. Up next, number 9 is age. Since DC likes to relaunch itself so many damn times, we've had a few changes in terms of character ages pop up, including Jason's. Post-Crisis Jason was Robin for 3 years. He met Batman when he was 12 and died when he was 15, whereas in the New 52, Jason was Robin for just a year, and was 16 when he took up the mantle and 17 when he died. According to both Rebirth and the New 52, this makes his age roughly between 18 to 20 years old, which also makes him underage. In our number 8 spot is mechanical capabilities. Jason has an affinity for vehicles, and knows his way around them quite well. When we're reintroduced to Jason post-Crisis, he's stealing Batman's tires, which even Bats points out would have been difficult, much to his surprise that a young boy committed the crime. There's been other instances of Jason's competency with cars, especially the Batmobile. At one point in the Lost Years, he develops a scheme in which he infiltrates the Batmobile, all to pop a bomb on it while wearing a wetsuit, while Batman is distracted by the Penguin's goons. It's a special wetsuit, being the only way that he won't be detected by the Batmobile. And aside from all that, to top it all off, he often rides around on his motorcycle, and looks like a super badass when he does it. And at number 7 is demolitions. Aside from his mechanical capabilities, Jason has picked up a few other tricks throughout his training, including knowing his way around demolitions. Taught by a world-renowned bomb expert in Russia, Jason learned how to defuse a wide variety of bombs and explosive devices. This Russian expert was involved with the Mafia, who was part of a plot to distract British law enforcement with a bomb that they were led to believe was from an Islamic extremist. But Jason ends up hunting them down and safely detonates the bombs. Knowledge is power. Up next, number 6 is trained across the globe, just like Bats. Funded by Talia al Ghul's credit card, that is. Anyway, Jason trained with the Al-Qas clan of assassins, an ancient clan that actually predates the League of Assassins, who are located in the Himalayas. During the Lost Days, he spent a ton of time traveling across the world, a lot of it in several undisclosed locations, but as we mentioned in our last number, he also saved London civilians when defusing a bomb. And he's fluent in many languages, including English, French, German, Italian, and Russian, although the latter is his weakest. Up next, number 5 is the Dark Trinity. With DC Rebirth came a new Red Hood in the Outlaws team. Jason joined up with Bizarro and Artemis the Fallen Amazon, forming the Dark Trinity, which is supposed to mirror the iconic DC Trinity of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, with Jason being Batman's foil. Red Hood and the Outlaws originally debuted in the New 52 in 2011 though, and featured a different group, including Arsenal aka Roy Harper, and Starfire, the latter receiving a ton of criticism for her overt sexual depiction, with some saying rather than being sexually liberated, she just came off as a wish-fulfillment sex object. Needless to say, neither volume did well critically, but more on that later. Up next, number 4 is Protege. Jason Todd has a protege. Scarlet, otherwise known as Sasha, who was deformed by Professor Pig after her father worked for him, eventually became the Red Hood's sidekick. So she murdered her father when he was in the hospital after this attack, and Red Hood found her there, promising her a way that she could channel her rage. This began their relationship as sidekick and mentor. Up next, number 3, parents. While we talked a little bit about Jason's parents in the last video, specifically how he was a bit of a clone of Dick Grayson, and then when he was redefined, his dad became a criminal and his mother a drug addict, there's also another parental duo that Jason had in an alternate universe that we didn't talk about. Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, and Renee Montoya. The two had adopted Jason in DC Bombshells, and Kate meets him as a young boy during the Spanish Civil War. Unfortunately, he too meets an untimely end in this timeline. In our number 2 spot, his return was teased. Tease that ran for 2 whole years. Sort of. In the Hush story arc, when Tim Drake is kidnapped by Jason, it turns out that Jason is just Clayface, used to be traumatizing for Batman. Many people saw this retrospectively to be signaling his return, and in a way it did. He would eventually return in Batman Under the Red Hood, when Superboy Prime punched reality. Yes, punched reality, which obviously has more context than him just throwing one massive super punch, but that's for another video. Anyway, his punch set a ripple in time and space, distorting events in the main universe, which ultimately resulted in Jason's resurrection, and is also no longer canon, but hey, still hilarious. And finally, in our number 1 spot is problematic popularity. The response of Jason's appearance in Hush led to his reintegration into the DC universe, but his popularity has always been problematic at best. From his early days of being a Dick Grayson clone put up on the chopping block by editors, to the mixed reception of the current Red Hood and the Outlaws. Over the past 5 years, as of August 2017, sales for that title have dropped by 27.2%. with sales dropping by 72.8% in the past year, which to be fair had gotten a boost in general because of the Rebirth launch. The past 6 months had dropped only by 12.8%, which is better than the stats were in January 2017, where the stats for the 6 months prior to that dropped by 67.9%. Alright, there we have it, friends. How do you guys feel about Jason Todd? Do you love him? Do you hate him? Are you somewhere in between? Let us know in those comments below. And hey, if you like this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and check out a few other lists on our channel, like the top 10 Red Hood Shocking Facts Part 1, or the top 10 alternate versions of Wolverine. In the meantime though, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you guys in the next one.